Okay, that. Oops. Let me move a little bit my microphone. Okay, so we good. And let me share my screen. So guys, today is the last free lesson, and Anastasia will start cleaning. Actually, she should start to do it earlier, but she will start a little bit later. Could be any kind of mistakes. So if you like taking this course for the second time, or if you like feeling that you paid, please find the way, if you will be deleted, to get to the Slack tomorrow. In order to do that, please, I place it Anastasia's email in the channel. So please find the way to Slack her or write her email or whatever, or find somebody from Test Pro, I mean managers, because Slack will be cleaned. You see it's around 118 people in the Slack now, so these people will be cleaned. Okay, so let's start a new class for today, and it will be, I believe, lesson 5 today, lesson 5. But I will start today with the homework. So you had homework. Actually, we did everything on the class, but anyway, I will go through homework. So again, I will copy this code snippet to my new created project. Over here, I will paste it, and I need to refresh dependencies. Okay, done. Now a homework. So let's start, and I will do a new class, and I will go call it homework. Oh, sorry guys, my bad. Thank you for reminding. Thank you. So my bad. This will be on the record, but sorry, little bit late. Okay, I will create a new class and we'll call it homework. Homework. And here is we will open and we'll try to understand what was on your homework. So over here we have like created Maven project. Okay, create a main functions. Cool. I will create it. And next is create a new array of integers and assign these numbers, these values, and print using for each. Easy peasy. Okay, so new array of ints, like I will call it array rr, and assign these values. Control V. Cool. Done. Next, print out all values using for each. Okay, that's easy. For integer v for the value, as I told you. Guys, I believe everybody should do the homework. I really insist you do a homework, because it's kind of, without doing homework, you wasting your money. Just be sure, without homework, you will not get any result. Even I would be a perfect teacher, but if you don't do your part of the way, nothing will happen. No magic. Okay, so first of all, print out everything. South V. Guys, somebody not muted, so please find the way to mute yourself. Ginny, please mute yourself. I see you on the phone, but I can mute you. Okay, good. So print everything, easy peasy. numbers printed out, we can print, by the way, guys, by two way. So print line, printing everything on the new line. But if I will do something like print and I will add a space, for example, or like comma and space, I can print it out in one. Nazim, please, guys, who is unmuted, please? Nazim, you need to mute yourself. So you see, I printed out in one line. So print line, printing in every time on new line, but print. And you see, I place it plus comma, and after comma I placing a space, because if I won't do that, for example, if I want to do something like that, and I will print out, it will be one long number like that, you see, with no commas and spaces. So in order to do some space between numbers, I will place something a comma and space. So now it's like looks very pretty. Okay, good. We print it out. Next, I need to print only even numbers. Okay, use if inside loop. So I will just copy everything because I'm very lazy, and I hope you will be very lazy. And here is, I will check if value can divide it by 2 and only even, and the result will be 0. I need to print out this value, and I need to close my, okay, and I will use the same. So here is, I will do a south just to make a new line, and here is, I will do something like that to make a distance between, and here is, I will print something like I will use the same pattern to just save some space on the screen. Copy and Ctrl V. Okay, and I forget to place a plus. Let me run, and will be some, you see, some not very beautiful thing. I need to place once, or I can do something like that. This symbol is escape symbol, and it means start with the new line. So if I will do like that, I will have something like, you see, a new line. Okay, good. Next, I will use the same line, and you see, I printed out only even numbers. So I believe you should understand how it's working, especially if you tried to do it at the home and you tried to rewatch video. So I believe you did it without any problem. Okay, next. Print out values which divided without reminder by 3. Okay, easy peasy. So I will use the same stuff, just copy paste, and here is, I will change 2 by 3, and I believe this should work out. Okay, you see, it's working. 9, 96, 21, 12. Legit. So next, print out max value, print out min value, print out only odd numbers. Let me do only odd numbers. Now I will copy paste, and I need to print out only odd numbers. Easy peasy. 2, and this will be equal to 1. So this should print out only odd numbers. Let me check, and I have only odd numbers. Okay, so do I have only 3 odd number? Looks like I have only 3. Okay, good. Next, print min and max. Okay, print min and max. Everything, all this stuff was done on the lesson. So int max is equal to array. Okay, 0 element of the array, or like any element, or like last element of the array, doesn't matter. Like let it be 0. It's actually any, like do you want like it will be third element of the array. It's kinda doesn't matter, because we will compare every to this. Is equal to array, for example, any, like first or whatever, it doesn't matter. Now I will use again the for loop pass, and here is I will compare. If max less than v, then max is equal to v. So if the next number is bigger than max, we will replace max by this number, legit. So here is in the same loop I will do if min is bigger than v, we have a new minimum. Min is equal to v. Legit, legit. So this is second part. And why it's not happy? Mean why it's always fails? Why it's always fails? I don't think so, but let's try. And now I want to print out values. Sounds if min bigger than v. South well, let's see, will it work out or not for me? Max 90, minimum 2. Is it correct? Max min. Okay, okay, looks legit. And I need to place this guy to like divide over here. Why I using usually, it's kind of no difference. I can do this, it doesn't matter. Any numbers of array I just like placing over here, because anyway if it's like if not max it will be replaced, if it's not min it will be replaced. So easiest way to just using first element of the array. Let me rerun, and I have like a max and min, legit. What is okay? So first assignment is done. Actually I spent like 10 minutes or 15. You should spend like maybe hour. And idea here, guys, that you going through the code, you're trying to understand, and you're getting you the best. So this is kinda, if you won't do homework, no progress, guys. Please, homework is very important. Okay, second exercise, create a new array of integers and assign these numbers. Okay, let me do something like that. I will create a new class and we'll call it homework2. Okay, so over here you will use main, and in the main in the main, what you will need to do in the main, we have an array of integers. Okay, this kind of integer array is equal to this guy. Okay, I see something. Okay, good. So I created array, and idea here, I need to print out indexes where it's number 10. But the trick I asked you to use for each. So again, for integer v in array, use this loop, and if I have index 10, if I have number 10, I need to print out its index, but using this loop. So, okay, Tatiana, I muted you. I will ask you to ask questions a little bit later. Okay, so guys, we need to print out index, but we don't have index. It's not a problem. So we need to create index, like int index is equal to 0, and it will be incremented at the same time. So easy peasy. So it will be incremented here, index plus plus. In the end of the loop, it will be incremented. So over here, if v is equal to 10, please south me index. That's all. Nothing over. Just little bit, spend time, just understand what I want. Okay, let's run. And I have 0, okay, here is 10. After that I have 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, legit. 6, 7, 8, 9, yes, I have 9, and 10, legit. So I printed out indexes. So here is idea to recreate artificial index. Now any question, guys? Do you have any questions on homework? If you have questions, please unmute yourself and ask. Yes, exactly, yes. Vladimir, idea is you creating artificial index. Guys, I want to make one more emphasis. Homework is very important. I was on your place, and when you're listening to the teacher and saying, oh, it's easy peasy. Oh, I understand, I don't need to do homework. Oh, I understand everything. But after second, third lesson, this, I would say, technical depth is growing up, and you're losing everything. So idea when you do a homework, you like trying to catch up everything, to repeat, to do it one more time. If you will not do a homework, that you won't have any progress. So please do your best. Okay, so this is actually what I wanted to give you regarding homework. And you don't have any questions, as I see. Or you have, please. We have couple minutes, even more. So guys, if you have any questions on homework, please don't hesitate to ask questions. So I believe everything is clear. One sec. Yes, Anna, you have questions? Anna, I don't hear you. Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, now I can.
Yeah. So I have a question about the homework one. That we did the first one.
Okay.
With the menu for each loops.
Many for.
So yeah, on the like on.
Okay, you can share your screen. I will give you possibility. You can share your screen and task.
Oh no, I meant your screen, on your screen.
Okay, good. So, oh, okay, in here. Okay, one sec. Let me share it, and we can go. Okay, over here. I opened it.
Yeah. So for each of this, for each loop, you use the same v for value, and it was still acceptable. So
Okay,
it's not like
okay, idea, a good question. So idea, everything about scope. What does mean scope? Scope is the variable is visible. So idea, guys, if you creating variable like that in the for loop, it will be visible only in the for loop. So as soon as I will close this curly brace, this v will die. This is a scope of the working. So here is we creating a new variable v, which completely different from this one or from this one. So idea, what's happened in Vegas will stay in Vegas. So guys, as soon as we will exit this for, this v will not work and it is invisible for everybody outside. So, but idea, if I will define array on this level, it will be visible till that closing scope. So idea, the variable is visible only in this in its own scope, which controlled by the curly braces. So this v is visible only between these curly braces. This v is visible only between these curly braces. Okay, so it's working inside this, but it's limited only by these borders. Okay?
Yep, thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? I like your question. So guys, idea next. You won't have homework at Fridays. Why? Because like it's very small space, like Friday night and the next lesson like Saturday morning, and I understand that it's kinda people have like social life and it's like weekend, so there are no homework at Fridays. Kinda. Okay, so I have couple more minutes and we can start. Happy Friday, sure. Okay. So. Okay. Okay, so guys, let me post this homework to the code snippets and you can keep it. Okay, homework. Not in homework, in code snippets. So this homework and this homework to copy and paste. Okay, so what we have today also, I would give you okay, from tomorrow we will start working in GitHub. So everybody should open, if you don't have yet, you should open account at GitHub. I will post a small video how to do that. Give me a second. So one sec. Copy link. And in the pre-recorded videos, a small video how to open account at GitHub. Actually, I don't think you need it, because it's kind of like you opening up account in any online shop. So idea opening account on GitHub not very hard, but if you need like any guide, so please use this one to open account on GitHub. So tomorrow we will spend like about an hour to migrate to the new project which we have on the GitHub, and we will connect. It's usually took 1 hour to migrate, and we will start working in new project. So after that we will not create anything new, and we will work till the end of the course in one GitHub. Yes, any questions? Okay, if you guys don't have questions, one sec, code the snippet, I think we can start. And today's lesson, new class. So idea, guys, today we will start learn functions. What is functions? It's functions. I know many of you knows what does mean functions. Idea behind functions is very simple. As I told you, programists and software developers are very lazy people. They don't like to repeat something many times. So today we will learn simple functions. So functions is a group of code which we can call by simple like name. We can write a group of like group of lines of the code, like join them together to one pack and place it separately, and after that use and reuse it. Sounds like not understandable, but when we will make few examples, it's really very simple. Okay, let's start. Functions. Okay, by the way, guys, I learning people to functions understand that sometimes it's very hard to understand from the first time. No worries. We will spend on functions 2 or 3 more lessons, so everything will be good. Don't worry about that. Okay, let's start. Functions. So actually, public static void main is a function. So if we want to create a new function, we should create it on the same level. So not inside the main, but on the same level, because all functions are kinda on the same level, so they're not inside the main. I will show you. First we will define a simple function. So it will be public static void, and let me call it hello. What function will do? Just say hello. Okay, it will say something like Okay, this is a simple function hello. So I define a function. Now I want to invoke or call it. So call will be made from the main function. So I will do something like hello, and that's all. Let me run it. And you see a result. Hello, today is a beautiful day. What will happen if I will not call it? If I will not call this function, nothing will happen. So idea, guys. The main rule you should understand that main is kinda equal to the hello, but it's unique. What does mean function main do? Function main is unique because program starting when you running main, and when you getting the end of this when you getting to this place, the program will be finished. So everything happens inside the main function. We can call other functions from the main, but as soon as main function ends, everything ends. Okay, let's invoke hello. Hello. And it will run. So by placing hello, what's happening? My code coming to here, and after that it coming to here. It's looking for the hello and running it, and after that returns to this point after this function. That's all. Let's call it one more time. I can call it as many times as I want. I call it 3 times. Let's run it. And you see the result. It was call it for 3 times. So by clicking hello, actually I printing this hello, today is a beautiful day 3 times. So 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. So 3 times it was printed out. Kinda simple idea. Function is a pack. So we want to do some lines of codes together, and we packing it one to the one back to the one suit, giving to the suit a name, hello. And when we want to run these lines of the code, we just calling hello, and hello will play everything in one movement. Let's define one more function, and let it will be today is a beautiful weather, something like this. Why not? It will be public static void hi. But now I want to place somebody's name, so I will do something like string name. What I will have, let's see, and here is will be something like okay, let's try to invoke this function hi. Yes, it looks like hi, but I should provide something inside. So hi, and let me say hi to Anna, for example. Anna, hi, and let me run. hello Mr. Miss Anna. Okay, because I don't know who will be, boy or girl or whatever, so I don't know. Hello Anna, today is a wonderful day. What's happening here? So now we're passing a parameter to the function. We're passing a parameter Anna. And when it's coming to this function name, it's Anna coming to this string name and placing over here. And we can print and place Anna over here. Simple. Looks like simple. Let's like make more functions like that. And let's like make a functions which will introduce two people to each other. Okay, it will be public static so new function introduce, and let me for now do something like that, and I will introduce Anna to Peter, and let's run it. Anna, let me introduce you to Peter. Okay, let's now introduce Peter to Jane. And Peter, let me introduce you to Jane. Okay, let's make some like correction, and let's rerun it. Anna, let me introduce you to Peter. I believe it's correct. Maybe some typos or like syntax is not very good, but kinda looks good, legit. So idea, I calling this name, I placing different parameters, and depend on what I pass it in, it's printing different messages. Okay, so functions, let me like open everything and let me run everything. So first of all, 3 times it's saying hello. Second is about just saying to Anna that today is a wonderful day. And now I'm introducing to people. So idea, guys, functions. I will make more things, and let me do something like I will create from the scratch. Why I do that? Because I don't want to you have many codes in one file, it will be unreadable. So let me do something like that. And I want to create a few other functions. For example, the one which will, for example, will sum the array and print out a sum of the array on the screen. So public void public static, we will work out all these magic words like public, static, void in couple weeks, so you would understand what does mean every word. So, but now please don't concentrate your attention on these points yet. So what we need, just understand that function has name. Let's give a name to the function. Sum of array. Okay, and as argument I will pass array of integers and let me call it array. So guys, I will give you some more examples and later on I will give you some rules. Okay, and here is for, okay, let's oh no, not sum, let call not, okay, let it be sum, whatever, who cares. Okay, south sum. Legit. And here is, I will create array of integers, for example, int array, and let me call it xx, and it's equal to like 2, 2, 3. Simple array. And if I want to print out its sum, I will call something like sum of array and will pass xx inside it. Let me run it. 7. So 2 plus 2 plus 3 is 7. If I will create a new array, for example, like I will call it 1, 1, x1, 1, and let's it will be like 2, 4, 5, 6, and x1, let's it will be x1, and sum of array, and I will pass inside x1. It will print out second result that it's like 24. Let me give you now some rules how it's working. So guys, first of all, functions. It's kinda little bit split it on two parts. First part is a definition. So here is on the same level as a main, we writing a definition for our function. For example, hello. On the same level as a main, you see, they are on the same level. They are almost equal. Nobody like more important. No, they are on the same level. So, rules. We defining, this is a function definition, this is a function definition, this is a function definition. In the main, we can invoke or call the function. So when I do hello, I calling the functions. What's happening next? When I come in here, my code coming here, it's jumping to this place. It's do this part, and as soon as this calibrates come, it's returning to the same point after. So it's coming before and after, and it's coming to here. So kind of simple. I don't think that it should be any questions. So again, we defining function one time only, but we can invoke it many times, as much as we want. This is first idea, definition of the function and invoking of the function. We can invoke function from other functions, like from the function's main, but also we can invoke it, for example, from function hi. I can invoke hello. Let me show how this will work. So inside the hi, I will invoke a hello. Let's see. Oh, sorry. So what's happening here? It's coming this, you see, this green. This is an entrance point. So our program starting from here. Our program, one sec. Our program, guys, again, starting from this point. It's coming to here. And after that first point, because I comment these lines, it's coming to here. And I'm invoking function hi. And when I coming to the hi, I do not invoking this hello, because you see this part is commented. I'm invoking hi. But from the hi, on the first line, I'm invoking a hello. So hello is running, and after that it's continue running this. So when I run it this, I have this result. Hello, today is a beautiful day, because it's invoked. And after that, hello, Mr. Misana, today is a wonderful day. So functions could be invoked from the different functions. Clear? Okay, so next, function has a name. By this name, function can be invoked. Hello, hi, introduce, or sum of array is the name of the function. Clear? Function can accept some parameters or arguments, like here. You see, we passing a name. So when we defining the function, I saying here, I can accept a string. No, I must accept string variable. I accepting string variable. And when I calling this function hi, you see hi, I must provide a string inside my function. So here is I providing a string. If I will not provide a string, I will have a problem. You see, it's a problem. Expected one argument, but found no zero. So if I will place a Peter here, it will be happy again. So I must place one. By the way, guys, please, this word name here is not exist. It's written by IntelliJ IDEA. Don't mess up. Because every course when I started to explain, somebody trying to print name here. No, don't do that. You see, this not exist. If I will cut, this name not exist here. You see, it's empty. It's just IntelliJ IDEA trying to place something. Okay, be aware. Okay, next, Peter. I passing a name Peter. If I will run now with a different parameter, it will print out hello, today is a beautiful day. Hello, Mr. Peter, today is a wonderful day. Okay, makes sense? Makes sense. Next, we can pass number of arguments. For example, here is I passing 2 arguments. Yes, Alexei, you have questions? Okay, guys, I will give you time for questions. Let me, for now, Rahil, one second. I will give you time. So idea, we should pass something to the function. We can pass, but when we defining the function, we defining what we want to pass in. So here is I passing 2 variables. If I will not pass, it will not work. So I can pass something, I cannot pass something. So this is general idea. One more thing, guys, listen carefully. What is a function other thing? Let's imagine you have a mixer on your kitchen. I will show you. For example, you have a mixer to make a smoothie. Mixer for smoothie. You see? This is a mixer. You see? This is a mixer. So when you place into your mixer something like raspberry, blueberry, some other kind of berries, this is your arguments. You placing Anna, Peter, Jane, or Peter. This is arguments. After that, functions, you invoking functions by clicking on off. What happening? After that, functions starting working and do some operations with your parameters. Like here, I passing inside the function an array, and after that we do some operation with this array. I do some magic and printing out results. Now questions, guys, please, your questions.
So, wanted to ask, like, what you started out about high regular opinions name, what is exactly happening here?
What's happening here? Okay, one more time. I calling the high. Let's see step by step. I calling invoking the high. High and passing a Peter inside. So what's happening? When I do this, it's coming to, let me click Control. You see, if you click Control and clicking, it's coming to here. This is a definition of function. So we're coming to here, and here is I see name. After that, first of all, it's invoking hello. When I click on hello, we're coming to here. And when we're coming to hello, we're printing these 3 lines. After that, we're coming to here and we're printing this line. After that, we're printing this line, but when you're coming to here, we're injecting this name to this system out print line. We're just injecting it. And after that, we're coming to here. And then we're coming to this point. Rahil, I didn't get your question. Did I answer it on your question?
I'm trying to see exactly what are we doing here. I mean, we're creating a method here. We're creating what exactly?
Yes, we can. Okay, guys, idea. Listen carefully. Method and functions are the same. But when we're talking about functional programming, we will call it functions. Later on, we will call it methods. Just you should understand why it's different. Methods is more applicable for the object-oriented programming. When we will come next week to learn object-oriented programming, we will talk about methods. But for today, we will call it functions. Actually, it's the same stuff, absolutely the same.
So high name is a function, right?
High, we invoking a function. So guys, a very important thing about functions. Functions must have parentheses after it. For example, I don't have these functions ff, but if I will do something like that, this means it's a function. I can pass something inside this function. I can pass some numbers or strings and numbers. I can pass something inside the function. Okay?
Well, can I ask one more thing?
Yes.
Thank you. So what I understood earlier, maybe my understanding was wrong. What I understood is like, when we when we define a function, as we are doing here right now, well, I had the understanding when we define a function, it means we're telling it to do something, right? I mean, taking some action, do something. But here it's like defining a function. Hi, name Peter. It is. I mean, there's no action as such. I see it. I mean, you follow me? We are just
Actually, Rahil, I got a question. Actually, we do actions. We printing out something on the screen. This is an action too. I understand that we can, like in here, we do some math and we summing an array. But in the end of the day, it doesn't matter. So, guys, please, what is function? Function is a black box. Usually, when you're using somebody's other people's function, is a black box. You don't know what is inside it. But you can pass something because you can idea how to pass something it. Murat.
Yeah, I have a question about visible zones of function. I want to know about like if we define function hello behind the function hi, will hi function see it?
Okay, good question. So idea, no any difference. So idea, you see hello if you afraid that hello defined before. If I
Yeah.
will defining it after. Okay, let's do it like that. Control V, and you see it doesn't matter. If it's here is it doesn't matter. So actually, what's happening? It's searching in whole scope, and here is the order doesn't make any sense because they on the same level of the functions. Okay, but good question, very good.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I have something.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. I was gonna say that. So, based on my understanding, functions are always invoked in the main method.
Yes, or from other functions. You see,
Oh,
I'm invoking hello from the hi. So functions could be invoking from other functions too, from any other function.
and when things get more complicated, you pass down parameters to make it easier.
No, parameters. So, okay,
Argument.
parameters. Guys, about parameters. Listen carefully. Parameters. All depend on our use case. If we need parameters, we will use it. If we don't need to pass parameters, we will not do that. All depends what we need.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. Questions? Guys, I understand that you not my first group. I understand that many people like feeling this is a block. So in order to fix this block, I do just more examples. When I do examples, like people like monkey see, monkey do. If you're not understanding by like how it's working, it's easy. You will get understanding by hands. Don't worry. Because I remember my first group and people like stacking. What's that? No, don't worry. I know this is a starting point, so we will spend more time. We will do more examples, and I like giving you 100%. Everybody will understand what does mean functions and how it will work. So don't worry about functions. I understand that many of you who don't asking questions, I understand you have questions, but we will give more examples. So again, let me create more functions. And let's it will be so public static void and weather. And in the weather forecast I will pass in my city. So what is the city? I passing a string and a variable number, name. variable name. Name is a variable name. Okay. And here is I do some actions. What I will do, something I will do some fake forecasts like tomorrow in plus, no, not name, let me call it city. Tomorrow in city will be awful weather. And this is a function which taking a city. Which city? I don't know. It depends on the person who will invoke function. So I will weather forecast and will pass like Seattle, for example. Seattle. Okay, good. And if I will run it, tomorrow in Seattle will be awful weather. I'm bad, I'm really bad. And now I will like do something like for the, not Seattle, for the like LA. Tomorrow in LA will be awful weather. And let's do, I will add some mechanic to my functions. For example, I will do something like if city name, city length is bigger than 5 letters, will be bad weather, awful. But in else, it will be something like will be very good and pleasant weather. Okay, so let's run this now. And for the Seattle it will be awful weather, but tomorrow in LA will be very good and pleasant weather. Why? Because I do some trick and I checking if the length of the city is bigger than 5. It will be like bad weather, but the short cities it will be good weather. Like let's check it for the New York City. Okay, like I will do something like that and will pass something like New York City in the short. And let me pass a Washington. And let's run this kind of functions, and will be in Seattle will be awful, and LA good and pleasant, in New York City the same, but in Washington awful again. So kinda a logic. Depends on the length of the city name. So again guys, what is a function? Function is a mixer. We can pass something inside and it will do something. Actually it will mix, and in the something it will print a result. For example, we just printing the result. Okay, so here is one more example of the functions. I invoking these functions 4 times. And depends on the length of the city, it's printing me a different messages. Okay, did you get it? Okay, by the way, you see a new trick to get the length of the string I using dot length and parentheses, don't forget, because later on I will explain that this is a function too. Okay, this is one more example. Let's do more examples, guys. More example, more understanding. I know that. So up. We already have up. Let it will be app 3. And over here, main is a function. So guys, again, function. Okay, I will skip these magic words, public static void. I will skip it. Tomorrow I will reveal what's mean void and how we can play with the void, but for today it's a secret for you. Next I have a function name. So let's call my function, for example, get array max. Get array max. No, not get, print. I will print it out, print array max. And as argument I accepting int arrays and like any variable name, a for example, or 3a. And here is I need to print out a maximum from the array. So you remember how to do it? I remember. So I do something like int maximum is equal that a zeroth element, and after that for, do you remember we work it on the homework for int v inside the a I will if v is bigger than max, I have a new max. And here is in the end of the loop, I will print out max. Good. This is a function. Now let me invoke it. Okay. Invoke print max array. So, okay, I need to create number of array. For example, int we need to exercise number of use cases of use cases with testing, with testers. So we need to exercise only one. It's legit use case. And of course, guys, you understand that the maximum here is will be -1 because it's biggest number here. Okay, let's exercise our arrays, and I will call print max, and here is first time I will pass z array of, second I will print max and will pass a, and third time I will do print max and will pass w. And let's run my program. So 4. Okay, legit. In this array 4 is the biggest, and in this array 1 is the biggest, legit, and in last array -1 is the biggest. So everything is legit. We tested our array with the different conditions because we are quality assurance engineers. We should give different ways to test how our function is working. So we did it, and it's working, and it's working correct. Any questions so far? Maybe something. So guys, again, here is I defining. This is, guys, this is a template. This is very stupid template. It don't understand what it will do. It just do some actions, but this is a template. And what we doing when we invoking? We passing a real values. So we passing first time we passing 1, 4, 1, 3 over here, and all magic happens. Second times I passing only 1, and all magic is third times I passing these numbers coming to this AAA, and it's doing so. Again, when we defining functions, it's, I would say it's a dead. It's no life in it. The life will be when we will assign real values. That time function become alive only. Function will be alive only when we will invoke it. If we're not invoking the function, it's dead. Why? Look at this function. I do something like that, and you see it's become gray. It's very sad function because we're not invoking it at all. But as soon as I will, like, you see, it's got some life. Okay, like little bit. But idea, guys. IntelliJ IDEA very smart, and if you have some functions which not invoked, it's in gray color. It's not an error. Maybe later on we will invoke it, but for now, no color if we're not invoking it. If I will run this program, nothing will happen because here is nothing. It happens in the main functions. Okay. Other questions, guys? Please ask questions. Guys, don't worry. We will talk about functions again and again. So no worries. 100% everyone will understand. It's not very hard. Yes, Alex.
Question. Can we do an operation within a different class?
What?
You're in one project right now. You're on apps 1. Can we do some kind of operation from apps 2? Or no?
Let's not talk about that today.
Okay.
Later on we will come to this eventually, but not today. Today our scope is functions. You want, I would invoke, you see here is we have hello, I would invoke it from here. It's possible. For example, I'm here, you see nothing running, and you want I invoke hello, easy peasy. I will do something like hello, and my IntelliJ IDEA very smart, and it will kinda no, it will do something like how to, okay, it can do something like this. It could do, but this is not scope of today's lesson. So if I will run, this will work. But I don't want you see, I can invoke. But guys, this is like why it's working like that. This is not a scope of today's lesson, but it's possible. We will come eventually to this part too, and after you will have a like a certain level of the knowledge, it will be very easy to understand why it's working in that way. Any more lessons, guys?
So I have a quick question. If we need to get result in one line, do we suppose to use in 19 line just instead of print plain, just print?
Oh yes, you can.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So idea print is printing like one by one by one by one. Print line, actually it's like after you printing something, in the end of every message it's like placing an invisible this line. I will show you, like if you want to print, here it will place this escape, this mean it's next string will be on the next line. So here it will be two like double space between it, because we have by print line, and if I will also add like this will print on the new line. I will remove, but you can exercise by yourself. So idea, guys, I hope everybody understand functions. Tomorrow we will continue work with the functions, but today I will give you more examples, because as more examples it's easier to understand. So one more time. New class up5, up4, sorry, and again main. And here is I will create something like baby. What it will do? It will do nothing. It will just, so first here is I do in reverse way. I invoking the functions which not exist, but IntelliJ IDEA very smart, it will help me. So it's created a BB method for me. And here is I do something like south BB, and that's all. So when I run it, IntelliJ IDEA very smart. It's a lot help for developers. So let me create a new functions. High five to you. And this functions is not defined by here is I will pass a name like okay, and after that I clicking on create method high five to you in the up4. Okay, so it's enough smart to place here is that we have an argument, we passing argument. I will change Edward to name, because Edward is a name, and here is I do something like south hi 5 easy peasy, very simple function like we did it many times. High five Edward. I have no idea what it's doing, but it's very simple. So guys, I know tomorrow we will do something different, but this is kind of idea for you. Just think about that function is kind of maybe mixer, maybe a suitcase, maybe something between that. So we can pack number of lines to one place and just invoke it, and we packing number of lines and giving some name to number of these lines, and we can invoke by calling here, we can invoke all this stuff by calling this high. I will give you some more example, like you ask it, can we call functions from functions? Of course we can. So main is your point of entrance. You starting your program and finishing your program in the main. All other functions are called from it. Okay, so let it will be something like hello. No, not hello. Bye.
Quick question.
Bye, Alex. Okay, and I will create a method by Alex, but here is it will be name. I will just rename, but here is what I will do. It will do nothing. It will just do something like that, and after that it will call new method which call it say bye, and here is I will pass name which is coming here, and I creating a new function, and here is I will create say bye, and I will call something like south and here is I will call new function. Very stupid example, but sometimes it's working like that. Let's run it. So, what's happening here? First of all, I am invoking by Alex and by and passing Alex, and I passing a name. We coming to function by. What function by doing? Nothing. It's just getting this name. It's printing this line. And after that, it's invoking, say, by functions. It's a different function. And it's passing this name to the next function. Just passing through. Legit, legit. After that, when it's coming here, we printing out this line. But after that, I do a last line and I passing this. It's working like that, no problem. So if I will say by Anna, and I will run, I will see that by Alex and by Anna. And this is how it's working. We calling this guy calling this guy calling this, and when we passing this variable, it's coming here and going through to the next variable, to the next function, just like transit. Okay? So guys, we will continue with the functions. I want you spend some times, write some functions and understand how it's working. It's not very hard, but you need to try to do. I understand Friday night, everybody wants to hang out. Try your best. Okay, guys, and see you tomorrow, 11 a.m. Pacific time or 2 p.m. Guys, very important, please check yourself in the Skype tomorrow morning. Maybe happens that by mistake Anastasia could delete you because we have some problems or whatever. I asked her to be a little bit late and she will clean clean Slack, so you will be out of Skype. So in that case, please, you can get Anastasia. 1 second, Zarina. You can get Anastasia. I pasted her email, and give me a second. I will. Rahil, I posted homework in the. Code snippet channels in our Skype. So over here in the code snippets. So here is a homework too. Okay, so guys, if you have questions and you will be deleted by mistake, please, in the general channel I place it. Where is she? Okay, this is Anna, or this is her email. I believe you could find her in the Skype. Copy email address. Let me check in the Skype what email address she has in the Skype. Here is she. One sec. Because if you will actually, guys, if you have any Slack from Test Pro, you can get her from the Anastasia Shemetova. But if you don't, you can find her in the Slack. And one sec. You can find her by this email. Just copy this email, and you could get her from the Skype. Use this email to find her in the Skype. Okay, this is small questions, and I believe that's all. So let me copy everything. Guys, any questions so far, please? And see you tomorrow. Guys who join it later. In the pre-recorded video, so idea till tomorrow, your homework, everybody should have a GitHub account. How to do that? Here is small explanation, but I believe that everybody make registration on any kind online store or whatever. So like you need to sign up and create an account in GitHub. This is general idea what I expect you will have till tomorrow. If it's very hard to do, we can do it together. It's kind of will take some time, but I would prefer that you would have already created account with confirmed email and so on, so on. Okay. And also I need all your emails because I will add you to the Zoom. You could have access. Yes, Zarina. Now, please.
Do you hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Hi. So I just have a question. So I'll start from the beginning. So, as I understand, thank you for your explanation. It was really good and easy to understand. So, method is the block of code, right? Which only runs when we call it, right? And it performs certain actions. And why we use it? So, as I understand, we use it in order to not write the code over and over again. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Am I
because
right?
we are
Yeah,
very
it's very
lazy.
easy, right?
Yes, because we very. Yes, you're right. So main thing about the functions, developers are very lazy people. Yes, this is main idea. And the main rule, guys, the main rule, look, listen very carefully. Your code should be dry. What does mean people when like saying things like your code should be dry? You should ask Google. What's mean dry code? Dry code. Dry code meaning why? It's one of the first rule of programming. Your code must be dry. What is don't repeat yourself? Dry codes mean don't repeat yourself. So idea don't repeat yourself, code is dry. Because we're using copies. By the way, what's mean wet? Write everything twice. Idea, your code should be dry because we don't want to repeat yourself. Idea.
Yeah. Good. So just passing the parameters and code will do whatever we want to do for
It
us.
depends on our use case. If in our use case we need to pass parameters, we will. If we don't need, we won't do that. It's all depends on use case. Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I like good questions, so please don't hesitate, ask questions. So guys, see you tomorrow. Please think about questions. If you feel you have questions or misunderstanding, please poke me to the Slack, to direct message or ask in channel. Maybe you will get answers like faster in the channel. And see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Stop sharing. Everything is.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye.